Hey everybody, it's Danny. I figured since this is my last and final pregnancy, since this is number 4, that I would do a pregnancy vlog and kind of document things a little bit. I'm sorry because really have not been feeling good and I'm laying down right now. I'm in my bed because I feel like absolute shit. Excuse my language. Um, but yes, this is number 4 biologically for me. My husband, which ironically today is our 1 year wedding anniversary. We've been together for 2 years. Um, he's downstairs. I can hear all this music, so sorry if I pause because I'm trying to figure out what he's doing down there. It's super loud. But anyways, moving on. It's our 1 year anniversary today for our wedding. Um, we actually have, well, let me just go all the way back. We have Jaden and Josh, which are his older 2 boys from a previous relationship. And then I have Braylon and Jordan are my 2 older boys from also a previous relationship. And then we had Jace together, who was our youngest. He'll be a year at the end of April on the 24th. It's a lot of birthdays for me to keep track, and my pregnancy brain is already kicking in. Um, Jace is awesome. He is amazing, the best baby ever. I could not ask for better. But yeah, we have a house full of boys. So I've been hoping and praying that this is a girl. I'm so done. I don't want any more kids. This was a huge surprise. We went out of town around my birthday, and my birthday is January 13th. And we came back, and I kind of felt weird. My friend had been texting me while we were there and saying stuff well, you're going to come back and you're going to be pregnant. And I think it was a kind of inside joke type of thing because with Jace, when I got pregnant with him, we also had went out of town for a weekend. And I came back and found out I was pregnant with him. So when we were joking about it and she texted me that, I was like, no, there's no way. I'm on the NuvaRing birth control bitch. There's no way I'm not having any more kids. Well, then I came back, and then a week or two later, I kind of felt off. So I went and bought a pregnancy test without my husband knowing because I didn't want to freak him out. Just trying to kind of reassure myself and clear my mind that I'm crazy and paranoid and whatever. And I took it, and as soon as I took it, it was positive. And I'm just sitting there thinking, you've got to be kidding me. There's no way. I've been on the NuvaRing, taking it like I'm supposed to. I've been on it for over 6 months, no problem. So yeah, it was a huge surprise. And the funny part was when I took it, I was like, oh, I'm not going to say anything to him if I am. Well, I completely freaked out as soon as it came up positive. I peed on it, and it instantly was 2 lines. So I call him upstairs, and I'm like, Josh, you got to come look at this. And he comes upstairs, and he's like, what? And I showed it to him, and he goes, that's not 2 lines. There's no 2 lines. And it's first response, which, if you get even a faint second line, they don't really get evaporation lines. So I knew that if it's coming up like that, there's a reason. So I had a digital, and I had one other regular test like I had showed him. So I took the digital. Sure enough, that came up yes with a big plus sign. And I looked at him and I said, am I still crazy? And he was just like, shit, how are we going to do this? Just because we already have so many kids. And Josh and Jaden's mom, without saying too much, is an absentee parent at best. Um, and it's made things difficult because she really doesn't contribute anything to the situation. And yeah, I just don't really have a lot of nice things to say about that, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. So it's been a little bit difficult for us. We definitely haven't had the easiest road. It's sometimes it puts a strain financially on your relationship, and it just makes things hard when you have so many kids. So this just was not necessarily a planned thing, but once we both sat back and thought about it, we were both really excited. But it just took a minute to sink in because it definitely was a surprise. Um, actually here I have. Don't mind my hair, I look crazy, I know. This is the pregnancy test. I don't know if you guys can. Oh, my hand's all shaky. I don't know what's going on. I mean, but definitely, 2 lines. So there really was no denying that one. And then I took the digital, like I said. So that was crazy. And then as far as like gender prediction goes, I've done a lot of the tests. I haven't done all of them. I did do IntelliGender. I went out and bought an IntelliGender. And I actually don't know if I got the right reading on that one because I heard conflicting things. You can take it at 6 weeks and then you can take it at 10. Well, I was only like 7 or 8 weeks. So if it was supposed to be 10, I probably took that one wrong. But that gave me a positive result for a boy. I did the right cabbage test. This one, I'm sorry I have the hiccups, gave me a really accurate result with Jace, my youngest, because you cut up right cabbage, you boil it, you save the water, and then the water that you save, you let it cool. Here comes my husband. Hold on.
Hey, mommy?
Yeah. He popped in and just left. So you'll meet him soon. But anyways, you cut up the cabbage, you let the water cool, and then you keep the water, and then you use your urine, which I know is really nasty because like all of these gender predictor tests, you pretty much always have to use your urine. You use equal parts of your urine and the cabbage water and you mix it. And if it turns like a reddish pink color, then it's supposed to be a boy result. If it turns like a purple bluish tint, then it's a girl result. Well, with Jace, definitely a boy result. Like it was a little bit of like a purple color, but it was more so like that pinkish red. And then this time it was a really dark, deep purple with like a blue hue to it. So definitely a girl result. If we're going by the Chinese gender predictor chart, like I said, it happened around my birthday. My birthday is January 13th. If we went out of town and it happened after my birthday, then it's supposed to be a girl. If it happened before my birthday, it's supposed to be a boy. And according to my calculations, it happened like the 16th, 17th, so a couple days after my birthday, so should be a girl. This stuff is all for fun, of course. You don't really 100% know. And then as far as the Ramsey theory goes, I'm a dork and I sent my ultrasound in to the gender experts and they gave me a girl result for both. I don't know how accurate that is. And then I actually did on my community because I have that Nurture and Glow app and I put one of my ultrasounds up there and I kind of let the girls decide. And I got like a 68% on my poll for girl and then the rest was boy. So I don't know, but when I went to my ultrasound today, and it's always had a higher heart rate. Today it was 163. Last time I got an ultrasound, it was 169. Everything's pointing to a girl, but I just kind of got a weird gut feeling that it might be a boy. And we asked the tech to look down there at, its nether regions. And from one angle, it did look like we saw a penis possibly. And then she kind of turned. And when she did and went more in between the legs, it looked like there was nothing there. And she said, because I'm 11 weeks and 2 days, it's too early to honestly 100% know until I get my genetic testing back, which I did the panorama. So in the next week to 10 days, I should have the results. I'll know what we're having. I really want a girl, but I kind of have that gut feeling that it's a boy, which I'm going to love it regardless, and so will Josh. And there really has not been a female Clark in the family for, I want to say, I know it's been a decade. I mean, it's been a long time. It's going to be a really hard cycle to break. They have a long line of boys. So, I don't know. It could be either one. I'm super excited though. I've been super sick. As far as all the mist and everything go, I get up every morning, not to be TMI, and like the first thing I do is throw up. I've had a lot of heartburn, a lot of indigestion. Pretty much any time that I eat anything, I feel like crap. I've been so exhausted, and it just seems like even to function on a normal day-to-day basis has been so hard because I've never been one of those girls who's been fortunate enough to not be sick. Like, that's just not ever been my luck. Like, I've always been sick. And it seems like until I hit about 14, 16 weeks, that's when my levels kind of die down and I even out and I could start eating more. But yeah, I've just been, oh God, it's been awful, guys. Like, if you are sick out there, I'm so sorry. I feel for you because it's awful. I mean, especially if you have existing children already or you're just busy in general and you feel like you can't function. You know what I'm saying? It's like a flu that never goes away. I mean, of course, it's going to be totally worth it. And I love this baby to pieces, but I feel like the very end and the very beginning is definitely the hardest. Um, as far as like showing goes, I don't really have much to show right now. I mean, I feel like my boobs might be a little bit bigger, not by much. My stomach, I might have a tiny bit of a pouch, but nothing really noticeable. Like I said, I'm only 11 weeks and 2 days. But yeah, so far that's all I really have to report. But just let me know what you guys think. Wanted to document this. If you like, click the link, and if not, okay. But I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks.